Okay, so we've had a look at the turbo that has been damaged, which is this one over here. So that's the compressor wheel of it, and these are the two that I've got as spares that I'm potentially going to use to rebuild the turbos. And I just want to get the cores cleaned out. So this is the one replacement core that I'm going to use because it is rather or in better condition than the other. It's also got the journal inside it that has much less mileage on it than this one over here. So I'm going to use this core, and also this core is damaged on the water, either the feed or the return, one of the two, and this one here is perfectly fine. So the difference between these two is that this one ends in 93E and that one ends in 91E, but essentially they're exactly the same. So I'm just going to clean this out and I'm going to reassemble it with these parts over here, and I'm going to be using one of these two turbine wheels and one of these two backing plates, so that I can pop it into that and check for clearance. I'm gonna have to have this machined out. The other option that I've got is to cut this bend off right over here and shorten this one here and just use this part on here, get it welded up. Not sure whether I should do that, because that means that this will clearance the wheel. So we'll have a look at that. So let's get to cleaning off this housing and then we can take it from there.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you are the one, and I can't wait to see you again. bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Okay, so I've stripped down the second turbo, and this core was in slightly better condition than the first one. I don't know what make core this is. It looks like it is some sort of Chinese core, but then again, aren't they all? So that's the turbine wheel and shaft. Then you've got your backing plate, and then your bearing assembly. You've got the actuator over here, and then this is the housing for the turbine side of it, the hot side. So I've prepped a, where is it? I prepped another core for this turbo, or the side turbo, so that I can put two new cores into play and then make sure that all the oil seals are replaced, so that it wouldn't leak oil once we get it started up and running. So I'm going to be doing that in a few videos time. I don't think that I'm going to get time to do that now, because of the lockdown and we don't have any spare shops open at this time. So I'm just going to clean up all of these. Okay, so I've finished cleaning up everything that I need to reassemble the turbos with. So I'm going to start reassembling them, and I'm going to be using some assembly lube, and I'm just going to smear it onto all of the parts that are going to be going back into the turbo core, and I'm going to put the wheels back on, and then once that's done we'll probably send it in for balancing so that we know everything is running through. So let's start.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so the turbos have been put back together again. I'm definitely gonna have to send this one in for a little bit of modification, and I'm probably gonna need to get a new turbine wheel and compressor wheel, because there's some damage on these two that I didn't see on first glance, so I can't really use these at the moment. This one over here on the other end is perfectly fine. Only problem is that it doesn't fit into its it doesn't fit into the turbine housing. So once you pop this guy in here, it doesn't turn. That's because the exhaust wheel or the turbine wheel is slightly bigger than the original one. So the fins on this side are slightly bigger on this one over here, so that's gonna take a bit of machining to get right. So if that's the case, then I'm probably gonna send this in for machining. I am gonna use this compressor side instead of this one over here. So this one takes the smaller wheel and this one takes this wheel over here, so that's fine. This one I don't have to modify. This one here I'm gonna definitely need to get modified, and I'm gonna need to put in a new wheel on both sides plus shaft and whatever you. So this side has to be redone completely, so that's fine. I don't really mind because it was more or less the plan in the first place, so that's gonna be done. So the turbos have been assessed and we've now figured what exactly is the issue with them. I was a little bit bored as well, so I decided to spray my wastegate actuators satin black, so they look quite cool. Hopefully they still in 100% working condition. I'm going to test them at a later stage with my compressor to make sure that they do respond to the pressure that opens and closes the wastegate in normal operation.